Sorry if this live stream is terrible. I'm very sorry about this. You know what? This is embarrassing if it's all glitched up. I'm so sorry if it is glitched up. Um, now I want to go live because I have not gone went live in such a long time. So, anyways, all right. I need to get a proper live streaming device to start going live. That's basically a laptop and a camcorder. But anyways, welcome to this live stream. I don't know if everyone's gonna watch this right now, but don't worry. I'll try and make sure it's out for everyone to watch. Because can I just show something outside? Whoa, that's very, very bright. Ah, yes. Nice, very boiling. Nice blue skies. You can see some clouds right over here, but anyways. Okay. Today I want to talk about this COVID variant, the Omicron Pussy I ate variant, and I want to talk about it to just base it down properly. Now, it is basically found in Botswana, and people who even got the previous vax code, because YouTube will not allow me to speak properly, okay? Because I'm gonna about to lay down a big rant. Um, basically, basically, if you got the poke, some say that this variant is much more powerful. I know, crazy, right? But anyways, um, I just want to say that in my country, South Africa, they're actually going to be mandating it. Yes, they want to mandate it for certain jobs. I don't get why, because here's the thing I don't understand. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing is gonna change. You know, we're not suddenly going to what? We're not suddenly going to get a brand new fairy tale life. We've been like this even with people vaccinated. So I don't really get why people are basically uh, saying that, it's going to change the world. I'm sorry, but it's the same thing. And countries that are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, they're still having issues, still having lockdowns and, COVID passports and whatnot. It's a bit ridiculous. Don't you think so? And that's my main problem with it. Just doesn't make sense. People don't want to just be honest, you know? Uh, anyways, moving on. I'm not gonna get the poke for obvious health issues. Uh, I just want to point that out because I'm not gonna get into that, but I have personal issues. I can't really get the poke. But anyways, if you want to take it, that's totally fine. But I just don't like the issue of forcing others to take it. And this was rushed, by the way. Last year, many people were so fine calling this out. They were very skeptical of this. But now, all of a sudden, many of those same skeptical people, since Brandon is in charge, everyone is like, okay, let's just take it, even though he didn't really make it, did he? Okay, moving on. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired with this nonsense. In my country, basically, things are just like, people are just worried, but not super worried. Um, Also, they did say that he's not as bad. The scientists in our country say he's not as bad, but some people don't really want to listen. But then again, there's so much of information coming from different sides. You have no idea. One side says it's more powerful than the vax, and then some people say it's mild. You don't know what's happening, okay? You don't know. And basically, they said they have this under control. And I want to say that they said that last time. Remember that? Remember with the original, not the original variant, the original real deal COVID. Remember that stuff? Remember when they said they had that under control in 21 days? Or for us, it was 21 days. I know in America it was 15 days, but for us, it was 21. Big old 21. We're still in 21 days to flatten the curve, you know. Things have truly changed. We're now getting this fourth wave, apparently, which I don't understand because the thing is that the waves are coming from people who are having fun. Many of you may have forgotten about this, but the South African riots, uh, two provinces, basically, uh, were burning. Not the entirety of both provinces, but plenty of parts in those provinces. Shops were destroyed, things were burnt down, over 32 million rands of damage. I know you can't see this right now, but 32 million rands in damage. Yes, that much. That much. I think it's a very big deal. It's a very big deal because so much has been burnt down. But for some reason, that wasn't causing any wave when hundreds upon thousands of people were running, rampaging, and rioting all around. That was totally fine. Um, but for some on the loose, and fourth wave is coming, they say. Anyways, we have one viewer. Okay, we had one viewer. I don't know if this is working properly. This is another test, basically, another test stream. If this fails, I'll remake my rant. I'll try and fix what's going on because YouTube has been glitching up with my live streams, so maybe people can't really see it. Plus, I have really good internet, so I don't really know what the problem is with YouTube doing this. Uh, Moving on, I just want to say that uh, it's pretty crazy now. Now they're saying that fourth wave is coming because a fourth wave is coming uh, because people are having fun. Even though we had riots where people were literally having fun in their own way, basically. People were killed and stuff like that. People were close together, no mask, whatever. And still, there were a lot of riots, and no one was talking about variants or another wave or anything like that. It was so insane, like people forgot about COVID. Just like last year when people forgot about what was going on um, with the riots and stuff. Yeah, basically that's the same thing. They forgot about COVID. And just like in America, where they blamed the people protecting themselves, in South Africa, they blamed the people who were protecting their neighborhoods. Specifically Phoenix. But, yes, there were some bad apples everywhere, but it doesn't mean you can blame an entire group of people from an entire area. That's just generalization, and that's just wrong. Fun fact, I don't think many of y'all know this, but the police purposely put their phones down when people were calling them for help. They purposely did that. Yes, there were a few police officers on this rioting scene, but there were only few. Majority of them put their phone off. It was all it was all like somewhat like planned in some way. Like they decided not to put their phones on. Oh, obviously, someone the higher ups told them to, which makes total sense. It's kind of sad that this has to happen. Something like this has to happen because it's like, wow, we didn't experience any wave back then, but oh, now we are experiencing waves. Just like last year when we had a party or something, the second wave came or something like that. And people were treating that like a big thing. Anyways, uh, anyways, moving on. Our president stated that it doesn't feel happy that other countries closed their borders and blocked southern African countries from entering. And the thing is that, um, well, first things first is yes, everyone is panicking. I totally agree with that. And he did say that they promised like months ago in a G20 that they wouldn't close any borders if something like this happened. Uh, just last week, officials said in this country that there was no variants. And lo and behold, a brand new variant arises from Botswana. Now, I just want to point out that forced mandate is not going to fix everything. It's not. It really is not going to fix everything. I still don't get how it's going to fix everything because other countries that have 100% vaccination rates, they're still living in a in a dystopia if you think about it. Everything is just not the same as it used to. Everything is still restricted. And the problem is that there's literally journalists in our country. You get those SJW journalists in America and UK. We get the same types over here as well. They're trying to say it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we should all be mandated and stuff, which is insane because they did not do their research in other countries. You know, they did not do their research on other countries who had these type of mandates, 100% vaccination rates or full vaccination rates, and they still under lockdown. They still under these restrictions. You are not free from this. This is here to stay, which is very unfortunate that this is here to stay. I know there is some way to completely cure this and maybe everything that ever exists that hurts humans, but forcing everyone to take this is not going to be the best solution, you know? Our president last year, I think it was last year, beginning of the year, he said no one's going to be forced to take it. You can do whatever you want, regardless if you have the vax or not. And now he comes up and say, hey, you have to take it. Think of the others. Even though, look, look, look. This is me. Okay, not me, but someone else. I know, terrible drawings. Mind the drawings, but just focus on these two things. Okay? These are people. This one is vax, this one is not. Oh my gosh. This is what happens to my pen. You know, I break it and then I suffer. This is a really good pen, by the way. Anyways, as you see, this guy is vax, this is not. Both of them are basically the same. Well, when it comes to status, obviously not. But once again, their lives are still the same, you know? Both of them live in different places. Simple as that. And obviously, if he gets sick by the virus, it's not because of him not taking the vax. It's because the vaccine itself is not very effective. Why do people not get that? It's not very effective to begin with, you know? It's not very effective to begin with. That's the problem. These vaccines aren't effective enough, you know? That's just the problem in general, you know. It's not the unvaxxed, it's people out there who don't realize, hey, this isn't going to work 100%. This is not going to work 100%. This is not going to help society. By taking this, you're not going to end up going to a free world where, oh my gosh, this pen is ridiculous. My fault, obviously. You'll be able to walk around freely in the city, you know that, right? You'll be able to walk around in the city freely. You know why? Because guess what? Things will always be restricted. This will always be restricted. No matter what's going to happen, always be restricted. You're not going to be able to walk around in the places and, you know, dance around and stuff like that. You won't be able to do that, okay? You won't be able to do stuff like that because you're going to be restricted, okay? This is just your control, not anything else. Because after you take, let's say everyone in the country takes this, there'll be another variant. Then you gotta take boosters. Subscribe to a booster shot. It's kind of like Netflix without unsubscribing, basically. You force, and without the terrible entertainment, okay? Uh, you cannot unsubscribe from this. You just can't. You know, you gotta take the boosters. Then you gotta take boosters for the boosters because this doesn't work as well. I accept that it doesn't work. I accept that, you know. It's not the problem about the unvaccinated. It's not the problem at all. And secondly, those unvaccinated people, not all of them is anti-vaxxers. Many of them just are very skeptical of this rushed vaccine. And it's totally fine to be skeptical even of irregular vaccines that's been done for years. I think that's totally fine. Because if we don't question the science, then that's not science. Do you understand that? Questioning science is science. You know? If scientists never question, you know, overly religious people and whatnot, then would we be, you know, of course not. It's because scientists, you know, ask these questions. They ask these questions. They're not afraid. But now they're afraid of inclusivity and diversity and all that BS nonsense that doesn't really make sense anymore because we're already diverse enough as it is, naturally. So what's the problem? Obviously, it's that science is being paid off as well. Back in the day, science literally said cigarettes were totally fine for pregnant mothers. Turns out that it was not the case. So that's the thing. It's always going to be the fact that you should not be trusting it over and over. Don't just throw your hands to trust everyone. You know, trust the science, you know. You trust who you want to trust. Simple as that, you know. I'm not going to trust the science just because scientists said so. No, 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 no. You have to be very skeptical. That's what science is about. Being skeptical and doing more tests on it. Okay? That's what it's about. Anyways, I'm going to end this video. I know for a fact it's glitched out. If it didn't glitch out, I'll do a video on my main channel. Bye-bye. Hold on.